next thing, which will allow me now some other things I want to work on in terms of making this a live call-in show. So think like Dave Ramsey style, except here on YouTube with me. Y'all can call a phone number, get on live, or click a link, hop on live, all that stuff. Okay, so that's really the first announcement. I have a gift for you all, just kind of as, let's say it's a farewell, but again, I'm taking a break kind of a gift from this. Again, y'all heard it. If you just kind of popped in, make sure you listen to the replay to get the full context. So, yeah. But again, the content will be here. The podcast, I'm actually going to be doubling down on podcast stuff. So if you never checked out the podcast, I'm over at ampodcast.net. I'm done. So that stuff will still be continuing. You're still going to see amazing content on Tuesdays. The time is just going to be changing and fluctuating until we find a new medium. If I can find a new sweet spot of time that works for you all as the audience, that works for me, and also works for family. That's another reason I do this so late, is to make sure kids get to bed and all that stuff. So that's the first thing. I just wanted to make that big announcement, that long drawn out announcement. Now, before I head out of here, I really have two more statements. So again, I have a gift. I'll explain that here in a second. But I have a statement I want to make. And it was really something, again, I just thought about as I recommitted to automating parts of the business, making things even more automated, and also committing to passing things off, letting things go, finding people to hand off duties to, and getting more organized with the team. So I am doing less. So that's the commitment I've made. Ask yourself this. So again, you go get hired for a job. Okay, so you get hired for a job. Let's say you get hired for a job at a medical office. Okay, and let's say that you go and you every day at said job, you go, you work the front desk, and it's just what you do. You crush it. You're the best front desk person ever. And then just because, so there's, and then one day a disgruntled and patient walks out the office, and all of a sudden you think, man, the doctors really must be messing up. Like they must be doing something wrong. So you know what I'm going to do today? You know what I'm going to do? I think I can do better. So instead, you take a minute, you stand up from your desk at the front and you walk into the back. You tell the doctor, hey, take a break. I'm going to take your jacket. I'm going to do your job. That sounds ridiculous, right? Like, again, first off, you don't have a degree. You haven't done all the medical training. Yes, you may know a few terminologies, and maybe you learned some medical things off TikTok, Wikipedia, and WebMD, but those don't qualify you to truly be a doctor. But you've decided you're going to do that. The same way as if I'm a firefighter one day and decide I'm going to be a cop the next day. No training, no certification, no education on law, none of that. It's the same way if I'm trained on how to cook and work in the kitchen of McDonald's, and all of a sudden I think I'm going to wake up the next day and hold it down at Ruth's Chris without any training. Same way the waiter wouldn't all of a sudden become the chef. You wouldn't see the chef all of a sudden trying to become the waiter. Now, I say all these examples because it seems like in this space of business, we feel like we're going to all of a sudden, hey, I'm a great speaker. I'm wonderful at speaking on stage. So you know what I'm going to do today, and just today out of the blue, I'm going to decide I'm going to become a master web developer. I'm going to go full with this website. I'm going to be a master funnel builder, an expert. I'm going to go build this funnel. I'm going to be a graphical genius and decide I'm going to build out all the graphics of my business. But that was never a hat I wore, nor was it the hat that got me to the fame and the success and the level in which I'm reaching at the moment. But yet, that is the thing that's preached in the world of business, of solopreneuring, of bootstrapping. I get it. At some level, we do it ourselves. But if we truly want to operate on a high level, the way that doctors, lawyers, surgeons, again, any exec, CEO, chefs, again, these people require a certain level of skill. in order to be very good at what they do, they have to do it for a very long time at a very proficient level. And so what gives us the audacity to think that we are going to be able to operate at a extremely high level? Now, I'm not talking about folks who are just starting out, because when you're starting out, you want to do everything. Like, that works. But at some point, if you want to operate at a high level, you have to specialize. You have to stop trying to wear all the hats. You have to stop trying to be the everything. Now, again, I mentioned it. We went on the trip to the Outer Banks. And what you had to understand is when you're driving on the main road, every car can make that trip. When you're driving on the main road, every car can make that trip. Whether you're a Honda Accord, whether you're a Dodge Viper, whether you're a Suburban, every car can make that trip. But when you reach the sand, it is only the specialized vehicles with the four-wheel drive, the heavier weight, and a larger tire size that get the job done. Any other vehicle, even if you try, because there's some vehicles that are all-wheel drive, that try to imitate what a four-wheel drive vehicle does. But understand, here's the thing. They may look good in the wet. They may look good in the snow. But when it gets to that sand on that beach, and it needs to be specialized, there's a certain set of skills and equipment and ability that is needed to traverse the beach, the all-wheel drive will eventually fail. It'll get stuck.